Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are exploring a destination that honestly totally defies simple definitions. Get ready because we've got some truly amazing surprises in store that are probably going to completely reshape how you view this nation, both geographically and culturally. We're talking about a place that holds just incredible world records, boasts absolutely breathtaking landscapes, and traces its roots all the way back to the very dawn of human civilization. We are, of course, talking about Pakistan. So, if someone walked up and asked you which country simultaneously manages the world's largest volunteer ambulance network and is home to the world's second highest mountain, what would you guess? It kind of sounds like a riddle, right? Combining extreme human infrastructure with extreme natural geography. But as we're about to uncover, Pakistan is a country defined by exactly these kinds of sweeping, unbelievable superlatives.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to break our journey down into three parts. First, scaling the highest peaks. Next, ancient history and deep earth. And finally, a diverse, driven society. Starting off with part 1, scaling the highest peaks and exploring those extreme elevations.
8,611. That right there is the staggering height, in meters, of K2. For those of us using the imperial system, that's an incredible 28,251 feet straight up into the sky. It's massive. K2 isn't just any mountain, it's the second highest on Earth. And beyond just its sheer, dizzying elevation, it is famously regarded by mountaineers everywhere as literally one of the most challenging peaks to climb on the entire planet. And you know, K2 isn't just some isolated anomaly. The geographic extremes here are so densely concentrated. Take the Karakoram Highway, which connects Pakistan with China through the Himalayas and Karakoram Mountains. It is one of the highest paved international roads in the world. Then you have the high peaks overall. Pakistan is actually home to 5 different mountains that tower over 8,000 meters. So when you combine those 5 absolute giants with K2 and the Karakoram Highway, you've got this insane concentrated pocket of global records. It is, without a doubt, an absolute dream destination for serious mountaineers. All right, moving on to part 2, ancient history and deep earth, going from ancient ruins to subterranean marvels.
When we actually look at the historical depth of this region, the span of time is absolutely incredible. On one end of the timeline, you have Mohenjo-daro, dating back over 4,500 years ago. Think about that. This wasn't just some small settlement, it was a major, sprawling city of the ancient Indus Valley civilization. That makes Pakistan home to one of the oldest civilizations on Earth. Then, spanning from the ancient era right up to the present day, we have the Khewra salt mine. This is one of the largest and oldest salt mines in the world. And today, it draws these massive crowds of tourists from all over the globe who just come to wander its giant subterranean tunnels.
But it's not just ancient history under the earth. The surface itself is basically a masterclass in variety. I mean, you can go from the freezing, snowy mountains of Gilgit-Baltistan straight down to the sweeping, arid deserts of Thar. From there, you can travel to the warm coastal beaches of Gwadar or suddenly find yourself in the lush green valleys of Swat. This intense geographic diversity makes Pakistan one of the most physically varied countries in the world, and it's these stark physical contrasts that really anchor the country's unique identity. That brings us to part 3, a diverse, driven society. Let's look at the people, language, and agriculture. Remember that riddle from earlier? Well, the Edhi Foundation operates one of the world's largest volunteer ambulance services. Just pause and think about that for a second. Across all those diverse terrains we just talked about, the mountains, the deserts, the bustling cities, this massive volunteer network is out there, actively helping people across the entire nation. It's this monumental scale of human compassion and organization that literally stands as a global record. And that exact same scale applies to how the people communicate. There's a really beautiful contrast going on here. On one hand, you have unifying forces, with Urdu as the national language and English being widely used across the country. But right alongside that, you have an incredible regional diversity. Across Pakistan, there are more than 70 distinct languages spoken. It's a complex, incredibly rich tapestry of voices and cultures, all existing within one set of borders. Finally, let's connect the people back to the earth itself. To feed this incredibly diverse society, Pakistan has achieved some major agricultural milestones. For starters, the country operates one of the largest interconnected irrigation systems in the entire world. This massive feat of engineering is absolutely vital because it helps support millions of hectares of farmland. And you might be wondering, what grows on some of that farmland? Well, the national fruit. Pakistan is one of the world's leading producers of mangoes, which, if you haven't tried them, are globally famous for their amazing sweetness in huge variety.
It's just a perfect example of how harnessing the land yields amazing results.
So, we've covered extreme heights, ancient depths, massive volunteer networks, and sprawling agricultural systems, which brings us to our final question for you. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Did you expect the world's second highest mountain, a 4,500-year-old civilization, and the largest volunteer ambulance network to all be in the exact same place? Take a moment to reflect on your preconceptions versus the reality we've just unpacked in this explainer. What else might you be completely wrong about when it comes to world geography? Keep learning, keep questioning, and we'll catch you next time.